Big batty girls, boys, and everyone in between, welcome back to Antics with Ash. Today is a very special episode, a Love Island special, if you will. We have the gorgeous Io and Jess. Hi, darling.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
How you doing?
How are you feeling, first of all? You can answer together essentially the way I thought you were about to do like a little chorus song together.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah, I know, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's been crazy. But we've not left each other's side, have we?
No.
It helps that we live so close to each other.
I was going to say, do you live close to each other?
Yeah, people think I haven't been home. But
Stop,
can I just say, we live 15 minutes from each other.
You stop out.
No, people, I've seen comments like, has she been home? Yes, I've been home, guys.
Also, mind your business.
Innit?
Do you know what I mean?
No, I've been home. We literally live like round the corner from each other. So it's been nice, but it's been very, very hectic. But we've just been spending time together, just trying to breathe a bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
When did you get back? Because I literally just said, before this started rolling, I said, when did you guys get back? And you literally got back on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is a lot.
Yeah.
Has it been just like boom, 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 boom?
Yeah, it really has. It's been a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Busy.
So I'm from East London. We're both from East London.
Oh shit, you're both East Londoners.
Yeah.
Oh, live. What I want to ask you is, both of you, what on earth made you want to go on the show? And like, what was the process? So like, Io, what was the process for you going on the show?
Well, they DM'd me back in like February times.
Okay.
And I weren't too keen on it, to be honest with you. I don't watch the show, so I wasn't really too fussed by it. And then I think it just got to a point where I was going through the stages of it, and then like I had to tell my mum basically. She was like, "Why not?" I got very strict parents, so I was expecting us to just.
I was gonna say,
nah.
yeah.
But like, yeah, she said, "Why not?" And I said, I might as well try it, see what happens, and yeah, went through the whole process, and it was pretty smooth, to be honest with you.
Was it?
Yeah.
During that process, were you kind of like, shit, I didn't expect it to go this far, now I'm actually going to be on it? Like, was it like that?
I was just bobbing off the whole time. Like,
Really?
I was just living life as I normally would, wasn't really like stressing about nothing too tough, and then it just, every time things would keep happening, they keep on calling you, just be in contact basically. The next thing you know, you're in Spain. You know
Did you always know that you were going to be an original as well?
No, so you don't know until they tell you, literally.
Oh, really?
Until you walk into that villa, you don't know what you're going to be, so...
That's mad.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Are you glad that you were an OG?
And again, for me, it didn't really...
Yeah, you didn't really... He's like, I'm fast. He's like, listen, the game's the game.
No, I was just like, if that happened, then cool.
Yeah.
But if I went in as a bombshell, cool. But it all aligned perfectly, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with where I was at, and I walked in first, so that was a good vibe, so I was happy.
What were you doing before? You were playing football, right?
Yeah, prior to that, I played football. I'm semi-pro footballer, and then I was modelling as well, so I was doing a bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to still be doing that?
Modelling is something I'm going to be doing more of 100%. Football, I may get back into it.
Yeah.
Just depending on how life really swings.
I was going to say, it's so hard, isn't it? Because when you have, people have passions before the show. I think because you guys blow up on the show and you're like in the public eye all of a sudden and people forget. People had jobs and real lives and everything before this. And it's like they expect you to be a certain way. And it's like, no, some people have come off the show.
No question.
And been like, I'm going to go back to doing what I love to do, which is fine.
I'd love to go back to football. It's just that I'm defo a bit pregnant right now, so I need to take some time.
Defo a bit pregnant right now.
And I may get there, so I need to lose a bit of timber.
Now you'll get back.
Get back into the mix, hopefully.
Okay, amazing. Jess, what about you? How was your process of like going on the show?
Yeah, my process was quite smooth as well. I had a DM the year before, but I was in a relationship. And then I was approached again on Instagram. And it was like Io, it was one of them ones where I like screenshotted it and put it in the group chat and was like, lol, like imagine if it's Love Island. And then like I just didn't really take it serious until they called me and said, we want you to meet with the execs. And then I was like, okay, maybe I should actually like think about this. And then again, then they called me and said, okay, we want you as a bombshell. And then I was like, okay. But you still, because they say like you're not in the villa till you're in the villa.
Yes,
so
everyone always says that.
Yes, I'm just like, do you know what? Like, okay, they'll have me as a bombshell, whatever. They'll call me and they call me, whatever. But like the whole process was quite smooth. I was flown out before the show started. So I was flown out about a week before the show started. So I
Wait,
was meant,
you were there for time then?
No. I got sent home.
Oh my God, I was going to say, not you just having like a 6-week holiday on my day.
No, so I was flown out a week before the show started.
Right.
And then I was in holding for about 12 days. But then I think like things change with the show. Like the show's very reactive and like you just got to put your trust in the producers and just like understand that they know what they're doing. So they said like, you know, it's not your time yet. We want you to go in. We want you to make an impact. So I was like, fine. So
Was there any part of you that was like, am I not going on?
No, but I had a very strong feeling it was Casa, and I always said I wouldn't do Casa.
See, you're like me.
I
nearly went on the show like 3 years ago.
No.
And I said to them...
Anything but Casa.
Yeah, basically. Because everyone always says that, and they're like, Casa, you go on. Yeah, obviously if you have the story that you guys did, it's perfect. And you found a great connection and it was all smooth. But I'm like, the thought of going in there, people not liking me from the jump. You've got to step on somebody's toes and it's just shit, isn't it? And I was like, I'm not doing Casa.
That's what it is. It's the stereotype that comes with going in as a Casa girl. Like immediately you're not liked. Like it's tough. It is so tough. So I think that's why I had my doubts about it, But obviously I'm glad I did it. Like I'm so glad I did it. And I would I would say to anyone thinking about doing Casa Amor, do it. Even if you're there for a couple of days, like it's so worth the experience. And so what if you don't go back into the main villa? And so what if you're only there for a day? Like the experience is worth it. And I think because I went in, like I kept my job, so I still have my job now.
Right,
I went in with like no expectations, like nothing, like wanting to gain nothing from it. Do you know what I mean? Like I
think that's the best way to go into something
to just
like
be
this.
blasé about it.
Because even you were saying, Aya, that you went in like that. It's like no expectation. I think if you pent it up too much in your head, it starts to become a whole thing. You're just like, let me go. At worst, I have a lit experience, make some friends, and get in the sun for a bit. Do you know what I mean?
For real.
You can't put too much pressure on it.
Exactly.
But when they said to you, so like, when did they say to you, like, okay, you're going to be Casa, and then were you like, fuck?
So I went out, was in holding for 12 days, then went home for 2 weeks. And then I got, because they're in contact, the whole time I was home, they're in contact, just asking like, who I fancied, who was my top choice. So I think they were figuring out when to put me in. So then they called me and said, we're going to do Casa Amor a bit earlier this year. How do you feel about being a Casa girl? And I was like,
blood clot.
But then I spoke to my friends and they was like, what do you have to lose? So I was like, fuck it, like, whatever, I'll just do it.
Also, by that point, you've already done all of this.
Do you know what I mean? And it's a long process from January. So I was just like, and my friend said to me, there was like, Jess, if you don't do it, someone else will. And then if you know, they end up like having it off and like literally have the best time ever, you're going to think, oh, fuck, that could have been me. So I was just like, do you know what? Like, whatever, I'll just do it. Like, literally expected nothing from it. And
and look at you now, who would have thought? Do you know what I rate about you so much, Jess, when I was watching it? You just went in knowing exactly what you wanted, i.e. this big tall man right here. And you were just like, you let him know that. And I'm like,
really?
Yeah, you did. Well, I don't know how that was for you, because obviously, as you know, they show certain bits and I don't know how much you guys have seen. But like, to us, it looked like you knew what you wanted, you let him know, and then let him know. And he was like, okay, lit, I know what to do with this, that you've put that effort in, now let me see how this flourishes. And I do really rate that, because I'm like, if you're gonna go in, especially as a Casa girl, you just have to be ballsy with it. And like, I really rated you for that, because I am not good at doing. This is what I'd be shit in Casa. I'd be so bad. I would go and sit in the corner, make a couple jokes, hope that would keep me in. And no, I wouldn't recouple with anyone. There's no way.
Wow, so I have game then, because
you have game.
Is
you
it?
Did. Yeah, you did.
He kept saying, he was like, you know, you moved to me. I was like, what?
You did.
I moved to you.
Facts.
Really?
That's what it looked like.
Oh shit.
No, it did, but in a nice way, not in like a trad way. In a way that I was like,
that is
so.
Go on, I will never watch that back.
You would
never watch that.
No, you
How
have
can
to.
I move to you?
I think.
Oh my God.
You said something. I can't remember what the exact phrasing was.
Please don't say it.
No, let me say it. Something along the lines of like, I do believe in like manifestation and law of attraction type things. So you were like, you attract what you want. I want Io. And I remember literally at the time you went, mad. But it was perfect. I was like, that is so ballsy, and I feel like if you're on a show like that and you're really wanting to get like the full experience of something, you have to be like that. So I rated it.
I mean, it was tough because I think going in Casa, he was the only person that I was attracted to. Like, you have to give a top 3. So I had to put people in there, but I knew that it is the only person that I would be attracted to on the outside. And he is my type on the outside. So I think it's hard because as much as that was the case, I knew his situation prior and I knew the ag that would come with that for me and for him. But then I just think, what am I here for? Like, I think people were really quick to forget the point of Casa Amor. And also, like, what did you want me to do? Just go in there and just sit? And just sit?
Hopefully someone will pick me if I just sit here and don't chat.
Like, you know what I mean? I had to, like, you know, you're in there for a reason and you have to, you have to explore connections and you have to sort of like go after what you know, what you're attracted to. And he was the only person that I was attracted to in there. I did that not knowing if there was even going to be any sort of reciprocation. So, do you know
and
what I mean?
luckily there was.
Yeah, luckily.
You know what it is as well? I always, when I watch shows like that, and then I see comments and I see reactions and whatnot, I just think people forget what you're watching. As you said, like, you're coming on this show for a reason. It's called Love Island. It's not called, like, silly jokes time, have a little chill island. Like, that's not the point. So I'm like, and on the outside world, you date people.
This is the thing.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't just go on one date with a person and go, I'm locked off.
Exactly.
It's not how it works.
On the outside world, this happens all the time. People, it's just not open to the public. So, you know,
when I'm in dating season, I have a boyfriend now, but I'm on the streets. As in that, but that's like, and I'm okay to say that because I'm like, that's what dating is. The whole point is you're meant to be figuring out what you like, what you want. You go on dates with some people, and then when it gets serious and to a point where you're like, I'm serious about this person and this person is it, then you lock it off and you have those discussions. But I do think people forget how we date in the real world and don't apply it to the show.
Exactly.
So, going off that, I want to chat about the recoupling. We need to talk about it because I feel like it was part of your journey. We won't dwell on it too much. But watching that, obviously, I was on the edge of my seat. I feel like that episode was just a lot.
I've heard it was a cliffhanger.
It was,
You know, they left, it was a cliffhanger.
They split it.
Yeah, they split it till the next episode.
Is it?
Have you not watched any of it?
I will not watch it back. I will not watch it back. I will not watch it back.
You won't watch it back?
So sorry.
It's really alright.
I'm good.
I'm fine. It's actually fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you've not watched any of it back?
Nothing. I haven't watched Nish.
We've seen little clips on TikTok.
Okay, fine.
And like, my friends told me to watch the last episode of Unseen Bits because apparently it was really funny.
Yeah.
Other than that, I will not watch. No.
Why is it just you're like, there's no point? We were in that experience. Also, it might piss you off because like, why have they only shown this?
This is the thing. I don't want to watch it back because I was there and I know how things went and I know how I felt in certain situations and how certain situations were. So I wouldn't want to watch it back and then it make me think differently or know that it. Like, I don't want it to change my opinion. Like, I know how I felt. I know what happened. So I wouldn't want to watch it back and almost have it invalidate my feelings.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
I totally get it.
Yeah.
I don't think I would.
No.
As in, I've been on shows not as big as Love Island, but I've been on shows and honestly, the thought of watching it back, I'm like,
and also, those cameras did me dirty.
Are you joking? You look lame.
No. Are you see how I was looking? Someone said I look like The Rock. No. Are you joking?
Babe, that's not... you know what? The Rock?
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock, massive Clark Johnson. There's no way you look like The Rock.
Are you joking me?
There's no way.
People was coming for me.
People say anything.
Rude.
I went on X Factor years ago. We're not going to talk about it. Years ago, yeah. And for some reason, I was so nervous that the whole episode, I had a lazy eye. And it's mad because in real life, do I have a lazy eye in real life? That's what I'm saying. And all my family were gathered round to watch this one episode, yeah? We're all sitting there and I came on screen, everyone was silent and I knew everyone was clocking. Why is she done out? And I looked at it and I went, bro, what? Do I always look like that? They were like, Ash, I don't know what happened. I was like, I must have been nervous or tired.
Yeah.
And people on Twitter were calling me Mad Eye Moody from Harry Potter.
Oh, long day.
It's a long day. And ever since then, so I'm with you on the fact that I'm not watching it.
Nah.
I don't want to watch shit. My
Nah.
experience, I had a good time. Let me just be
Have
happy.
it.
Because what I see in the mirror is not what was on that TV show.
Really?
Please. Please. Oh my gosh.
No, I'm dead. I promise you looked good.
Thanks, girl.
But yeah, so that recoupling was obviously, I feel like a huge part of your journey, right?
Yeah.
And it was a hard watch, okay? It was, and what's so hard about it is, how are you feeling in that moment, Io? Because I know, like, you looked genuinely upset, right?
Yeah.
And it was so obvious the decision you made was hard. You were bringing Jess in, and that obviously meant the repercussions were that Mimi was left on her own and she was going to be upset. And what was so hard to watch for me was, it was such a hard situation because you can't even kind of be happy for this.
Exactly,
No.
And that's the difficult bit, isn't it? Like, how are you feeling in that moment?
Well, I don't know how to act, so whatever you saw is what you got. You know what I'm trying to say? So, like, in that whole moment, I already knew exactly what was going to happen, just off the basis of my decision and knowing who I was talking to prior. So, her coming back, I knew nothing was going to come back. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, feelings may come back sometime later, but as of this moment, I'm dead to her or dead to whatever the situation is. So I already knew her coming back what it's going to be like. Plus with her friends and how everyone it was going to feel about it. I could smell it. If you sat around that fire pit, you could see faces. I didn't even look at no one.
It is as intense in real life as it is on camera.
But do you know what's mad? I was thinking, is it more, obviously it's more intense for you lot because you're actually going through it, but like, they add music to the show.
It's awful.
They add music, they like zoom in on your facial expressions and stuff. I'm thinking, for you lot, that must have just been dead silence.
Yeah.
Everyone's just sitting like that, and I was like, oh my God, it's so awkward.
It's awful.
Everyone's just waiting. And then like, they put me last, so it was like, okay, thank you very much. And then,
we knew.
Like, you know, I was gonna say, like, I couldn't win, literally, like, thumbs up, because I started to speak and I was like, Maya's asking me questions, I'm like, allow me. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, but I knew how it was gonna go. It was just, you can't stop the feeling that you're feeling, like it's really happening. And then she walked back, but I've just picked Jess, and it's just like, after that, it was just like, I need something. This is like stress. Like,
was there any point where you were like, I can't do this, like, it's a bit too much?
No, I feel like after I was a bit worked up by it, just off the basis of like, I couldn't really talk to Mimi straight away. Like, it's not a conversation, I couldn't just pull her and be like, like, this is the reason why, this is what happened. Because as much as I want to tell her, she don't want to hear it. And then it's understanding the person that you were talking to and understanding their boundaries and how they are. It's like, it's not a conversation I could just have straight away. So it needed some time. Her feelings she needed to feel the way she needed to feel. And then I feel like things
She needed to digest it as well, because she didn't know. She was coming in blind as well. So I totally get it. Like, I would be like, give me a minute. Let me
give me a day.
Give me 3 weeks. I don't want to cry. Like, let me just like go over there. But I think, and it's mad because I think people don't realise that side of it when you lot are on there. Like, people love to chime in and have their comments and this, that and the other. And I understand it, of course, Mimi was upset. But there's that thing of what you were saying, you have to deal with it according to the person. People don't know that she maybe wanted a bit of time. You know, people almost, I think, expected you to get up from the fire pit and be like, let's go have a chat right now.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? They don't get the dynamic, and it's like, it's not, I don't know, there's only so much you can do in that situation. I know what I had with Jessica was real. So it was like, do I ignore my feelings here as well? Like, and I'm very much true to how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling a type of way, and I use logic as well, but if I'm feeling this type of way, I'm gonna go with it. And she got the best out of me, honestly. So I wouldn't have made that decision if I didn't feel that way. Of course, there was a side I had with Mimi, and that was seen by people and they get it, but there was this as well, and I didn't want to not do what I have with Jessica. So decision had to be made.
There was a point where you said something, I think, to one of the boys around the fire pit, where you were like, I've made the best decision for me. And I'm like, I do think that at the end of the day, that is what you have to do. And also, that would have been the wrong decision for Mimi. Ultimately, if you had kept loyal to her, because that's not true to yourself. Eventually, that would have ended in tears.
I think people would have preferred that, which is crazy.
Which is mad. Like, and then when you break up later on down the line, because maybe you weren't feeling it or you weren't as invested as you thought, everyone is then again like, whoa, why did you know?
Yeah.
So there's always just a lot of outside noise, isn't there?
I realise you can't win.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to win, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I feel like I've won already, you know what I'm saying?
That's cute.
It's like, I've got what I needed out of the whole experience. Like, bar that, it's like, I just couldn't wait to see friends and family, and friends and family to see Jessica. So it's like, I went through it, had fun, met people, it was a blast, met Jessica. Thank you for having me. I'm home now.
I'm done. Let's get home and let's chill.
Yeah. It was amazing though, honestly. I have no regrets about nothing. Like, I had a great time.
I was going to ask you that. I was like, would you do anything differently in those scenarios that
no
you had?
chance, I would be fake if I would have done anything else, to be honest with you. I just went off myself, what I was feeling and thinking, and in there, it's like, it is intense. It really is intense. So you really have to sit down, think, find someone you could talk to as well. You know, you have to have close friends in there. So I was lucky with the people that I trusted and trusted myself as well and what I was feeling and thinking.
I love that. Okay, Jess, for
Would
you.
I do anything differently?
No, how was that moment for you? Because I remember watching it and I just wanted to hold your hand because I was like, it's shit. The whole thing's shit for you because aside from the fact that obviously you get to be there with Aya and that was what you wanted, it was just shit because like you almost have to be sad about it because it's like you can't be happy about the decision. Then it looks like you're being too happy.
But it's not even that I had to be sad about it. I was sad about it. Like seeing Mimi by herself, like that's not something that I would want to see. And like, I know people were saying like, oh, well, you didn't care when you was in Casa. I did care when I was in Casa, but that wouldn't have been shown.
Yeah.
And also you are being told, well, you know, you don't know what Mimi's up to. And do you know what I mean? So it's like,
there's so much unknown,
there's so many things that people don't know. Like, I very much did care when we were at the fire pit. Like I said, it is just as intense sat there as it is on screen. Like, it is awful. And I immediately knew the reception that I would get and he would get once that decision had been made. And like, I'm a human being. I'm allowed to feel emotion. Like, I know that there was a lot of comment after, like, why is she crying? Why is she upset?
I'll be honest, that pissed me off.
It's
that
so
pissed
intense.
me off.
And also, like, I'm allowed to feel upset for someone and for, like, because the whole situation was shit. Of course, for Mimi, it was the worst. Like, and like the reception that we got was obviously going to be inevitable. But like, if I didn't cry, people would say something about it. If I didn't look upset and I did look happy, people would say something about it. If I didn't speak to Mimi and like say, you know, I'm here for you, like I understand how you feel, if there's anything that you want cleared up, because also in her head she must be thinking, what the hell went on in Casa of him to bring her back. So I was just saying, like, if there's anything you want to know, if there's anything
just
that
for like closure from her own head, right?
If I didn't do that, people would say, oh, so whichever way I behaved in that situation, at the Casa recoupling or after, I couldn't have won. People would have had something to say about it. So I just acted how I felt, you know, I would have wanted someone to be towards me, a girl to be towards me, which is, girl, like, if you want to know anything, here it is. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's, and like, I don't know, if it was me and, you know, another girl was sat there and, you know, she didn't even look a bit remorseful or a bit like...
I'd be like, yo, she's got a stone heart.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? Cry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
1,000,000%.
Like, I was upset in that situation, genuinely, for everyone. So... yeah, it was hard. It was horrible. It's so intense.
Yeah, because I was pissed off at some of the comments being made about, like, why is she crying? I was like, bro, I'm the most emotional girly ever.
I cry at everything.
I cry at, like, videos of Cocker Spaniels on TikTok. So I'm like, I would be in bits at that point because, again, it's not nice.
It's not.
To watch somebody having their heart broken or being upset, regardless of, yes, this was the best outcome for both of you. It's bittersweet. It doesn't make it all sunshines and rainbows.
Exactly,
you know?
And you don't know what decisions people are going to make. Like, and that's the thing as well. Like, you don't know what everyone's going to do, whether people are going to bring people back or not. So, yeah. Like,
are there ever any, because I always think this when I'm watching it, are there ever any last minute, like, once you've locked in your decision...
No, once it's locked in, you can't change.
Or you can't... So it's never that people are standing there and they're like, shit, make a decision twice.
No. And it will be locked in, like, hours before.
Oh,
like,
really?
When did you have to tell them that you were switching?
I'm not sure when, but, like, it's a couple, like, hours before you just let them know what your decision is. And
so you can't change your mind?
Right, because I always thought this when I listened to, obviously everyone gives their little speeches and stuff. By the way, the speeches, were you shitting yourself at that?
Oh my God, yeah.
That day, yeah.
That day, yeah.
Nah, yeah, because like, what? Like, what
Yeah,
would you
what
say?
are you
Like,
to say?
because I know what, I don't, like, nothing's written before. So like, everything that I'm saying is in that moment. Like I've thought about how I feel, but like I'm just saying it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So I could pretty much say anything at this point, you know what I'm trying to say? So it is tough because you really have to not come up with something, but you need to say the right things so that everyone is like in the clear about how you feel. Because everybody is there watching you and waiting to hear.
And also the minute you say anything
you're
left,
done for.
Yeah.
everybody's like,
Yeah.
who was it that said we were really embryonic? At
Trey.
Oh my days,
That
that was
word,
killing
I
me.
love
Maya
that
was
word.
like, embryonic's mad.
That-
I've never heard that.
That guy's gonna write a book one day.
He's
I'm
got
telling
so
you.
many good words.
He's got bars.
And quotes. He did quotes every morning, didn't he?
Yeah,
Quote of the day.
yeah, he was doing a lot.
I
Yeah,
love Trey.
Like stuff like that we don't see.
Yeah.
So like I think there's so many little interactions between you guys that I know the public, that's why they love Unseen Bits, because they love those little like silly, fun moments of you guys when you're not always just like...
Which is what it would be
so
like.
how are you feeling?
Yeah.
How are you feeling about this person? Like,
Yeah.
we know that you must have had so many just cool chats in between
No
it.
question.
Yeah.
Which is what it was like, I'd say 90% of the time. The seriousness and, you know, those sort of chats was only 10% of it. Like, I feel like the drama was only 10%, but the rest of it, we were just having fun.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like the actual friendships were made and bonds were made, where it was like chill time, where the cameras were off and down days and stuff like that. So,
yeah, Jess, how were you like, even after that whole recoupling saga, obviously, was it ever, because obviously you must have felt, you know how you were saying it's so hard because the girls have formed such an alliance with each other by that point, like the OGs.
Yeah.
And obviously there's always going to be that little part of you that's like, oh, like I'm starting off on the back foot now with these girls. Like, was that hard for you in the villa, or did you feel like it just really quickly got quite nice?
It was really hard.
Was it?
Yeah, I'd say the first 2 days were definitely the most difficult. But like, I don't blame any of the girls because I think I'm such a girl's girl, like with my friends, whatever they need, I'm there. So I think the girls' priority was supporting Mimi, which like totally understandable. But it did make it very hard. Like I didn't really gel with anyone apart from Jessie because she
I was going to say, who was like your bestie?
Yeah, Jessie and Grace, because Jessie was in the same situation a week prior with Grace and Joey.
Right.
So she understood straight away how I was feeling, and you know, some of the other girls might have said like, oh, what, I don't understand why she's crying, but Jessie understood why I was crying. So yeah, it was hard, but I think as soon as me and Mimi had our chat, like it was fine. Like everyone was just like, you know what, like everyone was fine. Like, the girls were fine, and I made some really special friendships in there.
That's so nice.
Yeah, like but I just think their priority was Mimi, which I would never feel a way about. Which I understood because I would be the same way. I would literally be the same way.
It's kind of like the pill that you have to swallow, just knowing that you came in this situation.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I love that you guys had a nice experience though, and mates. Io, I want to ask you, there's been, obviously you, well, it looked like you were good mates with Joey in there.
Yeah.
And Joey's been... Joey's been saying a lot recently. Yeah. And he basically said, you know, he's very seasoned in doing TV. He knows what he's doing. And he said on the show, he said on an interview recently, I think, basically saying something along the lines of, there were certain times where I was really playing up. And then I'd walk over to the boys and I was like, that was just a bit of a scene, like, is what it is. I know this is TV.
Yeah.
Like, did it feel like Joey was like that? Or for you guys, was it just like Joey's one of the boys?
My experience with Joey is just that, like, I do love Joey. I came in, met him day one. We had a great time in there. Honestly, it was always a laugh with him. Every conversation we have, I got to know him as a person. So all the other stuff, that ain't for me to be talking about. The time that I had with Joey in there was a proper laugh, and I feel like everyone could see that. We got along very well, and yeah, it was a laugh. Like the rest of it, I don't know, but I had a laugh with Joey.
I don't know about all that. No, that's so fair. Do you think there was like a... Because obviously, when he came on, I did the first week of the Love Island podcast. So like I saw the first week, and then like we did the podcast with India and stuff, and we were talking about it. And everyone was like, God, is this going to make a different vibe to Love Island this year? Because it feels like there's kind of like a celebrity going on there that's already established. Did you feel that at all in the villa, or was it just like, he's one of us?
Nah, not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, did you? I didn't.
What? Joey coming in and just like what?
Was he treated like a celebrity?
Yeah.
No, Joey was very much like one of us. Like he was like, we all came in the same.
Yeah.
We all had the same 24 hours that day, that first day. Joey came in, didn't try to act like big time or any of that rubbish. Joey was just very much involved in what everyone was doing, or what we were doing, or when we were having a laugh, he never sneaked off and tried to act like this, that, and the third.
Right.
He was cool, just like everyone else was.
Yeah, it felt normal, like really, really quickly.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I want to talk to you about how has it been since leaving? Like, how have you been? How have you dealt with kind of the minute you get your phone back? Like, I can't even imagine that for you guys, because it must be like, I went on a show last year and I was only in there 2 weeks, that's it. And it wasn't like this massive blow up. It wasn't like my life had changed. But even then, I remember I got in a taxi home and I was like, this feels so weird. I'm looking at my phone, I'm thinking, what? And everything's like this. And it's so overwhelming. But you guys had that like on crack because it was so much. Like, how was that and how was dealing with it?
Go for it.
There you go.
No, go for it.
I didn't have my phone for about 6 weeks. Yours was way longer.
2 months.
But when I didn't have it...
That is mad, isn't it? How weird is that?
Crazy.
When I didn't have it, I didn't miss it.
Really?
And I was sort of dreading having my phone back. But then once I got it back, I was just like, oh, this is so overwhelming. But I don't know, it was like it felt quite normal straight away, because then I was on Insta, I was like on TikTok, on the girls group chat.
Yeah.
It was overwhelming, definitely. Like, I just wanted to catch up with what everyone had been saying, like what I'd missed. And but I think the best thing was definitely getting on my girls group chat and just seeing.
I was going to say, what on earth did you even say on the girls group chat?
Oh my God, I was like...
What was the first message? Like, oi, what?
I think I said, I was like, what's going on here then?
I'm dead.
But there was so much support and love, and I just don't think I anticipated that.
Oh, I'm glad.
I think because we were in the bottom forever, like literally every single public vote were in the bottom, I was like, oh, it's going to be awful. So I was really shocked the amount of love and support that was there. And I think after seeing that, I was just like, oh, I can breathe now.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like a little sigh of relief,
yeah,
to know that. And at the end of the day, your people are going to ride for you regardless. So like, you almost have to cancel out the outsiders a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Aya, how did you feel?
I felt alright, to be fair.
You're just LL Cool J, man. You're just fine. Nothing can break him. He's just like, it's good.
No, it was a lot. Like, it was a lot to see and receive, and to see how people feel and what's going on. But it was just, for me, it's just once I got to see my family, that was it for me. That's all I really cared. Like, once I got my phone back, it was just talking with them and seeing how they are, where they are, how's it going. And that was just about it. I feel like the rest of it, they can have it. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? My friends, of course, had a laugh with me. And I got done for in the group chat, I feel like.
There was this meme going round of Ian walking back from the Casa recoupling with half of his shirt tucked out. And the caption was, this is what landed him and Jess in at third place on Worst Dress.
No,
the meme is jokes. No, have you seen it?
Yeah, it's kind of childish.
No, I haven't seen it. We need to get it up. We need to find it.
His boys put that in the group chat.
Do you know what? The boys' group chat is the scariest place ever. I don't look at my boyfriend's group chat ever, because I think, oh my days, they get rinsed. You can't get away with anything.
With Nish, honestly, when I had a butchers, I was like, this ain't right. But to be fair to them, I hear it, because some man them are actually funny. The rest of it, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
It was banter though, and then, I don't know, just hearing from family, my brother, like, they've called me already, but it's all a laugh, and it's like, just get on with life.
I think after a certain point, you do just realise, yes, you've been on a big show and you have loads of eyes on you, but it's never that deep.
No.
Like, I always think this.
Yeah.
It really is not that deep, and your people are going to ride for you regardless.
Basically.
How have you dealt with kind of any negative perception? Are you just Like blocker. I'm not
for me,
looking.
I don't even need to block no one. I'm not checking for nothing.
Really?
One, and two, I just don't care. So like, you can say what you want or voice how you feel. Like, at the end of the day, I'll be real. I appreciate all the love, but you see all of that negative, all of that, I don't have time for that. That's not doing me no favors whatsoever. So I just focus on the people that matter most, and of course all the love that is shown by people that actually like have love for man or care about what I did and what I went through on the show. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's my focus. I couldn't give a toss about the rest.
I think that's the best attitude ever. I do think people forget that there are real people behind the screen.
They do.
It's almost like people think that they're, and I get it, you are offering yourself up to that.
Yeah.
So I think that's why that is the best attitude to have.
Yeah.
Just be like, do you know what? The outside noise is outside.
Yeah.
I love the block button. I actually love it.
Yeah, you said, she just said this to me when she came in. She went, "Oi, I love the block button." I was like,
no, because
good
why
for
are you coming in
on my page?
On my page and leaving me ag?
Yeah.
And doing that, like, no, please, you will not say anything ever again.
I agree.
So I just block.
Good
Please.
for you. Blocker,
Please.
I have had this before. It's exactly the same thing. Anytime I've ever seen a weird comment on any of my videos, I'm like, it's mad that you took the time to do this. I just think,
and imagine,
if you don't like it, just
Word.
you block me even so you don't see my shit.
Block me, please.
That's
block
fine.
me.
Help yourself.
It is.
But also, imagine some girl commenting on my TikTok. Ugh, why is she coming up on my For You page? I'm on her profile. She follow me. I'm like,
I get this all the time.
What do you mean?
I get this all the
Unfollow
time.
me then.
I'll get like, do you know what? I actually find this girl so jarring. I think, let me see who's this Sally Ann Susan is. Like, let me have a look.
Trust
Go on her
me.
page, follow back. I think, rah.
You're taking the piss.
You're taking the piss. You're following, so you're clearly interested.
Exactly.
me.
Exactly.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
People are just strange online though. They really are.
And I will never entertain like negative comments or hate comments. Like, I understand everyone has their opinion and like that's fine, but you're not gonna tell me about it because I didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So you're just like,
yeah, literally.
Okay, I asked some of my followers what they wanted to ask you. There was some really lovely, I just want to tell you that everything that I got was like really nice love. Everyone was like riding for you, Jess. They were like, please tell Jess that we love her. I just feel like people want to rally behind you because of the situation, everything that's happened. It's so intense.
Yeah.
And I think everyone was just like, we ride for Jess, tell her we love her, which is really nice. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a few of these. Oh, has Jess met his brother since they left the villa?
Wait. All right, cool. Who am I chatting to? Because, listen, I'm no one's brother, one. Two, what do you mean siblings? Like, this ain't like...
No, wait, what?
What, that we look alike?
No. She said, have I spoken to your brother? Yeah, there's bare
my
comments.
brother.
Yeah.
Oh, shit then.
There's bare comments saying that we look alike.
Stop, I'm
Yeah.
dead.
No, don't do that. You're helping them.
Yeah,
Listen,
you
no.
are helping
Who
them.
cares, man?
No.
It's me and my team.
Do you know what's mad? I kind of get it.
Is
I
it?
kind of get it.
That's crazy.
I got only with features though, like ever so slightly.
No.
But no.
Lucky you.
She spoke to my brother.
innit?
As soon as I got my phone back, she was on the phone to him.
Me and his brother are cool. We were literally on the phone for
there
like
was
half
never
an hour.
an issue.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was like, your sis, like your, do you know what I mean? Like, me and his brother.
Yeah.
So please, everyone, please, allow it. Allow it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And wait, do you get on with each other's family? Like, have you met each other's family?
Yeah, everything's Gucci. Seriously.
So
yeah.
I've not met his mum yet because she's away, but I've spoken to her on FaceTime as soon as he came out the villa, and that was really lovely. Been around your other brother and your sister.
Yeah.
He's been at mine. Like, this is what I mean. He's been at mine. People saying I don't go home. He's not been.
Yeah, it is. It's just so
Literally,
nice that you live so close to each other.
All of our friends are like best friends now.
I'm so surprised that you hadn't met before.
We've said this.
Yeah.
She said this.
Yeah.
As in, like, do you party at the same places?
Yes.
Pretty much
That's
so.
why we've
Do you?
said Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Do you have mutuals?
Yeah, her friends, I don't know.
Like industry.
Yeah.
I'd
But
say,
not like,
yeah.
but like, like our friends like all like love each
That's
other.
so mad.
It's so jokes.
Do you think you would have met on the outside? I feel like you could have, you know.
Possibly.
I like Love Island Fate.
Yeah,
Call it
Love
that,
Island
yeah.
Fate. I think you might have. Okay, next. Right. Oh, what was the hardest part about being in the villa?
For me, probably not being able to speak freely. Like you'd have to hold chat for like if like you weren't filming, like you couldn't speak about things when you wanted to speak about them. And me, once I think something, I need to say it. I need to get it off my chest. I must. So just maybe not being able to speak when you want to speak or say what you want to say.
Yeah, tough. I don't know, the last 2 weeks were just the longest 2 weeks of my life.
Really?
Because I was like, we've been in the bottom for a while, and I'm like, are you man gonna get rid of us? Or like, what's going on? But no, honestly, it was just dealing with emotions and feelings and trying to voice them in the best way possible. You just want to come across so you're understood and not like you're shouting or that you're upset, you know what I'm trying to say? So, I don't know, it's just dealing with yourself. I feel like that was the hardest part, being in there.
I love that answer. That's a really nice one. Speaking on what you were saying, Jess, actually, somebody did say, hang on. So they said that there was moments where you two couldn't keep your hands off each other, and that apparently production kept being like, stop chatting, you two. Like, I think it was when you have free time. And somebody was like, was that actually the case, that you two kept getting told off?
Basically, the problem is like every lunch and dinner, you gotta like not be...
You're kept separate.
Basically.
Right, so I had this when I went on Locked In. I went on the show, and on the same issue, obviously I'd chat, right? So they were like, any chat is content. So eat...
Basically,
so they're like, eat your jacket potato in silence. I'm like, what?
But the thing is, she'd go and grab food, and like, I'm watching her, and then I can't not say nothing when I see her. So it's like, like, what do you want me to do, innit? So I'd get in trouble bare, but like...
We got told off a lot at lunch and dinner because we want to be with each other. We want to like talk to each other, but you can't, like, you're not allowed.
Yeah, that I'd be the worst with that. I'd feel like horrible. A little school kid, you know, like that's trying to be cheeky.
And I would go and chat to him. He always got me in trouble because he would be like, come here. No, you did. He'd be like, come here. And I'd go to walk over and they'd be like, Jess.
They'd be like, Jess, get back. Okay, so basically that was very much true. I love that for you guys. Okay, next one. Oh, Jess was nervous leaving the villa, and how are you feeling now in comparison?
Way better.
Good.
I was nervous because I just didn't know what the reception would be. And also, like, I knew that my mum was proud. My mum was proud because she came in friends and families and saw us, and my best friend. But I wanted to know like what my sister thought and what everyone else thought. So I think once, you know, I spoke to them and they said, "We're so proud of you. You've done amazing. Like, you were yourself." I was fine. Yeah. It was just speaking to people that mattered the most for me. And just realising that there was love and support out there. So yeah.
It's that unknown thing again. It's just the constant unknown. Just puts you on edge. What about you, Io?
In regards to...
Like when you left?
No, I was just honestly excited to just get home, to be honest with you.
Start life as well,
innit? Because like you've done this now, and it's like, well, for me, being in from the start, I was like, I ain't spoke to my mum in 2 months. I ain't spoke to my sister. Like, I ain't been away from family this long.
I was gonna say, I feel like you come across as a proper family person.
Like, so they're my people. Like, if it's crazy to say, but if I didn't have friends, I'd be so good with just my siblings, you know what I'm trying to say, and who I have. Because I just have the best people around me, you know. So, that was
starting life.
Basically just starting life, just ready to go, to be honest with you. I've just been excited to start doing everything that I've always wanted to do. I've been trying to get there, but this is just, of course, a stepping stone. So, yeah, so excited.
Listen, the possibilities are endless for you two. Actually, this is a perfect question going off that. Somebody said, Jess, girl, love you. What are your future plans? You are a little ray of sunshine. Which is cute.
What are our future plans? I actually don't know. I feel like I'm trying to... At the moment, I'm just keeping my head above water. Just trying to figure out what path I do want to go down, because I feel like there are loads of options.
Do you feel like there's pressure as well to almost be like...
So much pressure.
I need to be this, or I need to think, you know... Because also, you're just figuring it out when you get out. You don't even know what you want to do with it. Unless you go on with some master plan. I feel like... You need to get out and experience different sides of what this industry is, and then be like, okay, maybe I'll do a bit of this and not like it, or, you know? Like, do you feel like that?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel a lot of pressure because my what's the word? My expectation was to go back to my job. Like I kept my job for a reason. I didn't want to leave.
What were you doing before?
I'm a fashion stylist. I work for ASOS.
Oh, stop!
Yeah.
It's
So I was just gonna go back there. Like,
Right.
So I don't know, the fact that there are all of these like doorways open now. I'm like, oh, what do I do? So at the moment, I am just speaking to friends and family, figuring out what's best for me. But I'm very much going to stay within fashion, beauty, podcasts. Like I was literally so gassed to be on this because I love podcasts. Like literally.
I'm so happy about that.
And I think just stuff like that. I think, but yeah, people should stay tuned.
Yeah, that's your oyster, girl.
Yeah.
You've got so much going on. Okay, do you think you were accurately depicted on the show?
Well, I wouldn't know because I'm not going to watch it back.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
I was going to say, this question is pointless for both of you. I don't know, I'm literally burning the tapes. So.
No, but
Yeah.
to go off that question, just what I've heard from my brother and my sister and my friends, they said you was yourself.
Yeah.
So, like, that's what I needed to hear. So I feel like if they're saying that, then they definitely covered the majority of me. So, like, well, not the majority, part of me. So the people I know best will see that and understand me. I guess people get to know later down the line when I start to show, of course, myself a bit more through my other bits of work that I want to do in the future. But yeah, I feel like they pretty much did. I had a good time.
Yeah.
You know.
I think so, because all my friends and family said to me, like, you came across so genuine, so funny, so, like, sweet. So I think, I think I was.
I also think that really helps as well, even more with that outside noise. I always think if I was ever to do something like that, it's like, if you've been yourself and people don't like it, that's fine. Because you literally cannot be everyone's cup of tea. Like there's how many billions of people in this world? Not everyone's gonna feel you like that. That's fine.
Exactly.
So I really think, and I agree, I think you both were. Okay. Oh, this is nice. Favourite quality about each other?
Go on.
Everyone's going to be a wet lettuce now. Come on, let's go. I'm so ready.
Mine's your sense of humour. I feel like we've got the same sense of humour.
Really?
Yeah, so silly.
There is that. Her smile. She don't smile enough.
I think you're well
in
smiling.
the villa.
No, you weren't at all. I didn't think you were.
More time.
I just screw him.
Yeah, innit? Yeah. Every time, no, that's true. Honestly, every time you looked at him, it was just.
See?
So you smile. That's beautiful. Okay. What's something you guys wish they showed more of on the show? Is there anything?
We're going to say the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. If they didn't show it already, we were busting up. Like, I don't understand. Like,
how much we
Really?
laughed together.
we had so much fun in there, but it was like, we had moments where we'd sit there, like, and just be creasing. Like,
crying of laughter.
absolutely having it off.
I
Like,
love that. Yeah,
seriously.
we didn't see as much of
But
that.
like,
We
we
was
had a lot of
honestly-
the moments where they probably didn't clip it in enough.
Like, literally folded over, like, laughing.
Just like more of the silliness.
Yeah. Because
I
we
get
did
that.
laugh together a lot.
We had a good time.
It sounds like you had a fucking joke time. I
Yeah,
wish
we
I was
did.
there with you too. Okay. What about this connection brings you confidence and security that maybe your others haven't?
Mine is how much you protect me, like emotionally and physically. I feel like you're very protective of my emotions. My emotions always come before yours. You always bring me back down to earth. Like if I'm going a bit crazy, and not crazy in a bad way, by the way. Just like if I need like.
Just
I
that
don't know,
anxious.
Yeah, like if something else is bothering me, not to do with us, because this whole reassurance narrative needs to be.
Yeah.
If I'm
She's an independent girly, guys.
You
What
know
the
what I'm
fuck?
saying? Yeah, just like if I'm stressed out about other things, you like bring me back down to earth. So yeah, definitely how protective you are.
Sorry, what was the question again?
What about this connection brings you confidence and security that maybe you didn't feel in previous ones?
I just think I don't know how you are towards me. I don't know how to really explain it, but it's just like, she is very loving and she is very caring. And I feel like those things do shine through a lot of the time. And I have so much time for that because I can be a certain way sometimes, or I can not be easy myself, as we're all human. So it's good to have someone like Jessica to just keep me in the fold, you know. Just I feel very close to her, so.
Natural love language, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Love
I think love and affection. I feel like everyone really saw that with you two as well. Like the resounding thing that people said was it almost like brought out a different side of you, like a more playful side, which is so nice to see. Like that's the whole point, isn't it? You're meant to bring out the nice bits of you.
For real.
Yeah.
So, okay, last one. What are you most looking forward to experiencing / doing together? Like, what have you not done that you're like, we need to do that?
A holiday.
Yeah, we haven't
100%.
A
traveled.
proper vacation with no cameras.
And I know people say like, oh,
None
but
of
you
them
were
things.
away.
Yeah.
You were on holiday. It's not a holiday.
No.
It's really not.
No.
Like
No,
a
you're
holiday, no
working.
cameras, no mics. Yeah, cut the cameras.
Cut the cameras, dead ass. Okay, where would you go? Have you spoken about that?
Well,
Brazil.
she wants to go to Jamaica.
Yeah, he
again.
wants to go Brazil.
We can
I want to go to Brazil so bad.
Yeah.
That's been on my list.
I want to
for
go
ages.
back to
saying.
Jamaica. I'd go back to Jamaica in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, I
It's
haven't
the
been
most
to Jamaica
beautiful
either.
place
Yeah,
ever.
for real,
Please
same.
go.
I need to go. Do you
Yeah.
go a lot?
I've been once, but that's enough for me to be like,
Yeah,
I
you're like,
literally want to live there.
Run it up.
Yeah, run it up.
Run it up. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. This has
Thank
been
you.
beautiful. I'm going to give you guys a
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm so proud of you both.
Oh.
Okay, guys, like, comment, subscribe if you're watching. Please leave me 5 stars if you're listening. Tell your nan, tell your granddad, tell your dog, tell your postman, tell everyone about this pod. Mwah, love you. And follow these guys and keep an eye on what they're doing because I know they're destined for great things.
Amen.
Mwah.
Thank
Bye.
you.